All right, this is Unit 8 for Algebra 1. We're reviewing the radicals, and this is the Pythagorean theorem. This is really the connections to geometry section. This is page 766 of homework. This is the third video. We're doing number 16, 17, and 18. So I gave you triangles for these. I already put them into the Pythagorean theorem here. So whenever you have a right triangle and you're solving for the sides, you can use the Pythagorean theorem. 16 and 17 are very similar in the sense that they give you two numbers, two of the sides, you have to solve for the third one. 17 is a little more difficult because you have radicals, but really it's actually easier when you see what happens here. So for the number 16, we have 4 squared plus 6 squared. That's going to give me 16 plus 36 is equal to c squared. 16 plus 36 is going to give me 52 is equal to c squared. Take the square root of both sides and you get c is equal to the square root of 52. Now you try to break that down. 52 here is going to break down into a 2 and a 26. 26 is going to break down into a 2 and a 13. Remember, you're looking for a pair. I have a pair right there, so you have c here is equal to 2 root 13. It's the pair that comes out. So the final answer for number 16 is 2 root 13. Number 17, same idea. You plug them in. Again, a and c is what they gave you here. They're looking for b. When you do root 2 squared, these two cancel. So you're left with just 2 plus b squared equals same thing on the right side. The square and the square root cancel equals 3. So b squared is equal to 1 when you subtract your 2. Again, you subtract 2 from both sides here. Cancels it. B squared equals 1. You take the square root of both sides. Again, that cancels, and you get b is equal to 1. Remember, it has to be the positive 1 because it's a side of a triangle. So b is equal to 1. Number 18, we have b squared plus 2b plus 2 all squared equals 13 squared. So again, this one's definitely more difficult because it gives you a binomial that we're going to have to square. We're going to do that by foiling here. So when I do this, I have my b squared plus the plus 2b plus 2 all squared equals 13 squared. B squared I pretty much just bring down. Plus now I have to foil this. This is really 2b plus 2 times 2b plus 2. So you foil that, 2b times 2b and 2b times 2. That gives me a plus 4b squared plus 4. Plus 4b, I missed that, or plus 2b. Let me back up there a section. So again, 2b times the 2b is going to give you the 4b squared. 2b times by the 2 is going to give you a plus 4b. Now, 2 times 2b is going to give you a plus 4b again. And then 2 times 2 is going to give me a plus 4. All right, so that's just the left side. This is now equal to the right side. 13 squared is 169. All right, so now when I try to put this all together, I'm going to have b squared plus 4b squared gives me a 5b squared. 4b plus 4b is going to give me a total of 8b plus 4, and this is equal to 169. All right, from here now we want to set this equal to 0, so I have to subtract my 169 from both sides. So when I do so, I get 5b squared plus 8b minus 165 is equal to 0. So at this point now, remember, we're trying to solve for our answers here. We need to go through and find out which ones are going to come together to factor in that with that 5b squared plus 8b minus 165. So when I do so, now I always look for a GCF first. All right, when I look for my GCF, I'm going to look for a number that goes into 5, the 8, and the 165. There is not a number that goes into those, so now I'm going to have to do 5 times by my 165 here. All right, so I'm actually going to just pause this video for a second while I do the math for that. Okay, and then I'll come back once I have those numbers, and then I'll fill this in. Okay, so you're going to multiply the 5 by the 165, and this is going to come out to be b squared plus 8b minus 825. Okay, so I just did these calculations. But I saw the first thing I thought of was, hey, 825, 25 goes in that. In fact, it's 25 and 33 are the answers here. So this is going to be b plus 33 and b minus 25 equals 0. Remember, I can undo that multiplying by 5 we did earlier by dividing by 5. So when I do so here, I'm going to do the rest of the work up over here. I'm going to have 5b plus 33 for the first binomial and I'm going to have b minus 5 for the second one. The second one's obviously a little bit nicer. What's nice about this is from here you set them both equal to 0. But when I set this one equal to 0 right here, that's going to give me a negative. This one just doesn't work out. This one I'm going to get b is equal to 5. So when it's asking me for the sides of that triangle, first one is just going to be 5, so b is equal to 5. And you take that 5 and you plug it back into the 2b plus 2 for the other one. That's going to give you 10 plus 2 is going to give you 12. So the answers, both those sides are just 5 and 12.